Okay, so we've actually let this run for 24 hours, 43% humidity in the basement. Currently it's 75 degrees outside, and when it warms up outside, it gets humid inside. And so this has done a really good job. Right here, you can see on this transparent window. Hey guys, Jeremy here, and today we're taking a look at this dehumidifier. And this is a nice little dehumidifier. This is going to be whisper quiet, super nice to have that feature. And so we're going to talk about everything that's available on this particular dehumidifier and how to use it. We're also going to run this for about 18 hours or so. We're going to run it overnight and see how much water we draw out of the air. So first and foremost, this thing weighs 24 pounds. So it's pretty lightweight. It is on wheels, so you can move it around the room. It does also have a secondary handle right here so that you can pick it up and carry it from one place to the next. So as it is dehumidifying, water is going into the machine. This is going to be the bin where it collects, and then we can empty that. So what we're going to get in here is 34 pints. And so that's just a little bit over a half a gallon. That should be enough for a 24-hour period, I would think. But if that is not enough for a 24-hour period, or you don't want to dump this, it does have a continuous flow. If you wanted to remove this plug right here, they do give you a drain hose, and this is just about 3.5 feet or so. So you can put that drain hose on there and then put it to a floor drain. Now, typically, you're going to be able to put a garden hose on these, at least on some of the bigger ones. This is just going to be a little hose, about maybe a half an inch, so it's not going to fit a garden hose. You do have your filter right back here, and it's a very fine mesh filter, and so you're just going to pull that off, and then you can either wash that with warm soapy water and make sure it's completely dry before you put that back on, or you can just blow it out with an air compressor, whatever is most convenient for you. Then that's just going to snap back into place just like that. There we go. And then you do also have a, this is about a 5-foot power cable, I would think, just about 5 foot, maybe a little bit over. Once you plug that in, it's going to go ahead and show you some power indicators up on top, but you do have buttons here. And across the top, you got your power button, your power button, mode button, humidity button, timer, fan, and then a lock so that no child can change the settings that you have on here. So your power button, once you power it on, I want you to check this out. This is pretty neat. And like I said before, it's whisper quiet. So right here, we're going to get a reading of the humidity in the air. Now, it's currently running 44% humidity, and we can set our humidity at whatever level we want. I think that anywhere between 40 and 50% humidity is going to be pretty good for a home. Anything lower than that just means that the temperature is pretty cool in the house. Anything higher than that means that the temperature is pretty warm in the house. Now, when we go down into our basement, it's really getting warm this week, and so the humidity is going to be on the rise. You didn't hear it, but the compressor just kicked on. The compressor just kicked on. That's how whisper quiet it is. I got my microphone right here. You probably didn't even hear that turn on. Now, for the modes, what you have is a continuous mode, so it's just going to continue to run all the time. The compressor will kick on and kick off as needed. Then you can go to a dry close mode, so you can like have this in a laundry room, and you can dry your clothes using the dehumidifier. And then there's also the dehumidify button. When you do push your humidity button, you got to long press that, and you can change and adjust your humidity from 30% all the way up to 90%. And then you got a timer. You can time that for 24 hours so it shut off automatically. And then you've also got a fan speed. So we're going to show you what that fan speed sounds like. So on the dry mode, the dry close mode, you can't change the fan speed. The continuous mode and the dehumidify mode, you can. So there we go. We're going to change that fan speed from low to high, and you just don't even hear it. Like I say, whisper quiet, and then we can lock that so no child can change any of the settings. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this downstairs. We're going to set it up next to my other dehumidifier. We're going to shut my old dehumidifier off, plug this one in, and let it run until tomorrow morning. We're going to see how much accumulates right down here in the storage bin, and then we're going to give our final review. Currently it's 75 degrees outside, and when it warms up outside, it gets humid inside. This transparent window, just how much water has been drawn out of the air. And so that is almost, look at this. It's almost full, which means we've probably got just about a half gallon of water in a 24-hour period. So that is really good. So all I'm going to do is just dump this down the drain, and we're going to be set and ready to go again. Now, personally, if I was keeping this, what I would do is I would go ahead and put that hose on that back side, kind of like this is what I would do. This is my old dehumidifier. I would just hook a hose up to it and let it constantly drain and constantly run, because we've always got a lot of humidity down here. If you're looking for a good dehumidifier, this is going to do a great job of drawing that humidity out of the air and giving you some clean, fresh air at about 40-50%. That's where you want to be, and this is going to get the job done for you.